All right, let's jump straight into the latest MMA news. We've got potential title fights, training drama, and insider commentary from some of the biggest names in the sport. There's major chatter in the welterweight division. Multiple sources suggest the UFC is exploring a potential title eliminator between Jack Della Maddalena and Carlos Prates. Nothing is official yet, but longtime MMA analyst Josh Thomson seems confident the fight is very close to being finalized. Thomson even mentioned who could step in as a backup opponent for Jack if Prates ends up unavailable. He also shared his thoughts on who truly deserves the next title shot, fighters like Shavkat, Rakhmonov, and Michael Morales. Rakhmonov's situation is a bit tricky. After a long injury layoff, he likely won't get an immediate title opportunity and would need to secure at least one more victory first. That opens the door for some interesting possibilities. A rematch between Rakhmonov and Ian Garry is starting to make sense, as both are still near the top of the division. Thomson believes Gary's next step could even be tied directly to Jack Della Maddalena, potentially filling in if Prates can't make the fight.
I think this fight comes true. If it's not going to be Prates, then I would imagine it'll be Ian Garry. That puts him as the #1 guy, so we can get rid of his whining, and they have someone sliding in to fight Islam. That would make the most sense. Then you have Shavkat, who knows when he's going to be back. He's saying he'll be back at the end of January, early February is when he'll return. For me, the way I would have seen it laying out, I thought they would have done Ian Garry versus JDM. Two strikers. Let's just look, Ian Garry tries to be as active as possible. He tries to, he kind of, he does what he can to stay in the good graces of the UFC. He's a company guy.
He's done 2 different short notice fights, both very dangerous.
Let's not forget, I believe it was in round 4. He ended up taking Shavkat's back.
Yeah.
His back, yeah. Controlled the back for a while, and Shavkat was just like, okay, I'm okay. But regardless, he still had his back taken by a striker, and he was able to maintain that position for a little bit.
Meanwhile, Paddy Pimblett and TomAspinall teamed up for a YouTube discussion where they didn't hold back. They touched on a range of hot topics, starting with the controversial IPO situation. Aspinall went straight at Ciryl Gane, claiming the eye poke incident was deliberate. Pimblett also shared his thoughts on MMA rules. He suggested he would legalize knees to the head of grounded opponents, but still keep stomps banned, aiming to reduce sloppy takedown attempts. Both fighters critiqued featherweight contender Movsar Evloev, calling his style boring despite his undefeated record. They also touched on potential super fights, with Pimblett mentioning Alexander Volkanovski as a possible opponent should he become the undisputed lightweight champion. Both agreed the matchups would be exciting stylistically, but Pimblett emphasized there's no personal animosity. He respects his peers in the sport.
We need to get back. We need to get back again, don't we?
Yeah. Taylor did move up when he's on an instant belt between Pereira and Gane.
Yeah.
That'd be a good fight.
It would be a good fight.
That'd be a good fight.
I think it's a good stylistic match.
Yeah, it's a good stylistic fight.
Mate, you know what, I think a lot of the time, my success, my record that I've got and finishing fights really quick, like if I don't finish the fight in the first minute, people think I'm looking shit. Yeah, people are like, oh shit, he's not looking good today. It's like, well, no, we're just evenly matched and we're having a fight. I've not punched him properly yet. It's been pretty smooth sailing as far as fans with me and stuff, but the tide has turned. Well, I've got a lot of good stuff as well. It's not all bad. But you know what, mate? It's just thickened my skin up a little bit, and you just got to see it for what it is. Dirty bastard, eh? He needs to cut his fingernails. Disgusting.
Right, middleweight. What are we thinking in middleweight for 2026?
Who's middleweight Kamzat? I don't think anyone's going to beat Kamzat.
I agree.
Training news, JustInGaethje made headlines during his camp for the interim lightweight title against Paddy Pimblett. According to a Russian training partner, Gaethje was caught off guard by a hard head kick during sparring, and things got heated immediately. The incident was briefly recorded, breaking one of MMA's unspoken gym rules: never share private sparring footage. Gaethje reportedly tried to prevent the clip from leaking, showing just how intense his training sessions get. Fans have noticed this isn't the first time Gaethje has put himself at risk in camp, as previous vlogs showed head clashes and other close calls with teammates.
Короче, мы пришли на спаррингах, и мой брат, я ему сказал то, что снимать, короче, с первого раунда до последнего со всеми. И потом тренер JustInGaethje мне сказал то, что просто дай ему хороший раунд, да. И мы оба как бы уставшие были, и просто как бы на характер и на кайф, да. Потом я его как бы раз ногой бросил, и получилось очень хорошо. После этого я вышел, и он пошел к моему брату, говорит то, что дай мне телефон. Потом я говорю, что Джастин, ты думаешь, то, что я это буду выкладывать? Я ему говорю то, что серьезно, у тебя на кону будет, не делай это никогда. Нет. Он вот такой как бы...
Shifting gears, Joe Rogan recently praised Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson, calling him one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the world, even though Steveson hasn't signed with the UFC yet. On the latest JRE MMA show, Rogan broke down Stevenson's rare combination of speed, power, and elite wrestling, saying that very few fighters could compete with him at this stage. He even texted Dana White after watching Steveson in action, warning him that the current heavyweight division is in serious trouble if Steveson joins the UFC. Rogan explained the division is shallow right now, with TomAspinall out, possibly John Jones returning, and the uncertainty around Francis Ngannou. There are only a handful of fighters capable of matching Stevenson's skill set. Of course, Steveson still has a long road ahead. He hasn't fought in the UFC yet, but Rogan's excitement suggests he could be an immediate game changer.
Had a fight, an MMA fight, where you hit that dude with a left hook and then took him down while he was out cold. I sent Dana White a text message. I said, everyone's fucked. I did.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Because I was like, that kind of speed is crazy. Like, that kind of speed and incorporated with elite wrestling is crazy. The heavyweight division is so shallow right now. You got TomAspinall, Ciryl Gane, John Jones if he chooses to fight again, Francis if by some miracle they can work something out and bring him back to the UFC. Other than that, there's no one compelling for like a championship caliber fighter. There's basically 4 or 5 guys on earth that are in this like championship caliber class, and you're already there, which is nuts, and you haven't even fought in the UFC yet. When I watched you move and I watched you fight, I was like, okay, how do you stop that? Who's got the skills to be able to stop that? There's like only a few guys where it's going to be a problem. The Francis Ngannous, the Ciryl Ganes and the TomAspinalls. That's it.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for daily updates.